It's like,
Yep,
come on,
yep.
man.
You'll love to see it.
Couldn't you at least stick around and get consistent wins so that then when I lose to you, I feel better about it?
Right, yep, yep. That's a classic.
All right, so it looks like we're going to get started here. KoDoRiN claims center stage kind of right away,
Yep.
but Azusa doesn't seem too concerned.
Yep. Ooh, gets the down tilt on the turnip pole. Huge part of this matchup is for Marth's space. Close enough to be able to threaten turnip poles, far enough to not get dash attacked and not run into her just aerials like that. Ooh, dash attack into the corner does get grabbed. Peach could die here. The moment Peach gets knocked up or off stage, Marth's entire goal is just to keep her there for the rest of the stock, basically. So anytime Peach gets knocked off stage and makes it back, that's a win. Oh, jab down tilt into a tech chase down tilt. Really cool extension there. Unfortunately, he thought that Marth had to land on the top platform, but he didn't. So the combo gets dropped there. Finds the dash dance grab. Can he keep her off stage for the rest of the stock? Oh, great forward air to come back down. Yep, kind of a more aggressive mix-up than KoDoRiN expected. He was probably waiting for an air dodge. Does he jump turnip throw? That's another mini game that's constantly happening. Is where does Peach throw the one turnip during the edge guard to just try to catch Marth's double jump? So.
All right, yeah, KoDoRiN, he clearly knows that he's looking to just try to juggle Peach forever, but so far he hasn't actually been able to connect on any of these plays. And once again, you see Azusa able to find his way back down. KoDoRiN's doing a pretty good job of like cornering Azusa, right? Like he's stuck in the corner a lot, but doesn't seem to be, you know, cashing in on that that good position at all.
Yeah, Peach doesn't really care about being 150. In fact, now it's easier to not get cheesed out by like a forward throw tip or forward smash. So it actually just becomes a little bit easier as you get high percents. And there you see him, he gets grabbed, gets thrown, and then he finds the forward air himself, right? And his pressure is just as good at any percent. So it actually becomes a little bit easier. Now Marth's goal is to get Peach to, he either wants to find his random side B or forward smash, or he needs to keep chinking her up. And once she gets to about 210%, up throw will kill. So that's kind of his two ways to play it. Even side B up tilt is not guaranteed if Peach DIs the side B away. So I do think that Marth now, he should give up on the kill setups. He should actually just look for the up throw kill at 210. It's kind of like you go for the kill setups in the middle. Okay, he does find it. That's a good one because it's during a juggle edge guard situation. When Peach is trying to come back to stage, your entire goal is to make it hard for her to get back. And he does find a side B. So.
All right, so KoDoRiN, he does bring it back to even stocks, but he's already at 100% here. Pretty tough, and yeah, he's just too far off stage and just float out. So, down a full stock. Azusa looking pretty strong here.
Yep.
Okay, he does have a jump.
This could be it. He does find the down smash. Peach actually has no jump there. So, or down smash, down air. Peach had no jump there, so that was a pretty clean conversion there. Peach has to, basically you have to like know what you're playing around the entire time. And at low percents, that's the most threatening thing is the Ken combo into down smash. Or, I keep calling it down smash, into down air. So, KoDoRiN finding the utmost at that percent. So after a stock that survived until 200, got to feel good to take one at 30.
Okay, Azusa continues to wall him out with just the jab, actually. And he goes for this jab down tilt that opens up for like a lot after.
Nice, he does get there and punish the turnip pole. Even there, Azusa had just enough time to get the turnip out, and then he gets down tilted. So really hard to pull turnip against Marth. Got to establish your space first.
I really like that last look we saw from KoDoRiN. He actually punishes the jab with a dash dance grab. Since that seems to be such a big part of Azusa keeping walling Marth out, being able to punish it becomes a really big deal.
Yep.
Okay. Oh.
Nice nair. The first hit pushes off. The second hit hits you. This is dead even right now. Oh, the down air goes way out there for the down air. Finds a nair. Allows Marth to get back on the edge. Both characters really good at ledge trapping the other ones. They both kind of suck at coming up. I'd say Marth probably better at it. Better at ledge trapping Peach than vice versa. But Peach is still pretty good at not letting Marth back onto the stage. And another forward air. Keeps finding these. And the turnip does find its mark this time. The offstage snipe will get the kill. And Azusa's up 2 stocks to 1.
All right. So Marth getting to that percent once again where he has to look for kill setups or play till 210. He does find the side B up air, but it's actually not enough. Probably really good DI there by Azusa.
Yep.
He gets the grab, but this isn't going to convert into anything.
Forward throw here. Yep. So once again, back to the walling game. The forward air does miss its mark this time, but KoDoRiN still has pressure. Too many side Bs. Azusa is able to just brute force his way in and find a hit. Finds a grab. Does he get the dash attack? Accidentally gets a turnaround jab instead, unless it was just slightly too low percent. Side B up tilt does get the kill, 200% for the second stock. but we have a pretty even game.
All right, this time KoDoRiN's able to avoid the invincibility by playing around on platforms. I like that quite a lot. Peach has a hard time challenging the top plat.
Marth's grab is way too big. Peach just whiffs a grab, and Marth just grabs it.
Man, Azusa, when he's gotten pushed off stage, he's found his way back literally every time and gotten a ton of reversals too. KoDoRiN's really going to have to clean that up if he's going to take this set.
Yep, definitely feels a little bit like KoDoRiN's pretty good at getting to good spots, and then it's hard to play from there. That's kind of just the nature of Peach. She's pretty good at just waiting out her opponents in quote-unquote bad spots. But it does seem right now like she's getting into like really bad spots, like being off stage and stuff, and still managed to come back. So I think KoDoRiN is starting. You can kind of tell that he's like repositioning himself a little bit, getting hit by different timing of forward air, but he's like accounting for it a little bit more. So I'm gonna expect to see that if KoDoRiN is consistently able to keep Peach off stage, he will eventually figure out the right adaptations to kill her. And so Azusa's gonna have to figure something out to prevent that from coming up in the first place, because this is a best of 5, right? You can't just forward air your way back on a recovery, your way to a best of 5 win. I think. So, not saying that's the only way he's gotten his openings, but that one will stop working, I think.
Oh, and we see it again, KoDoRiN. This time, instead of going for the F tilt, he goes for the side B, and then he can get the up tilt out in time. And he does end up closing it out with another couple up tilts. So just as we were talking about the needed adaptation, we started to see KoDoRiN actually find his hits as Azusa is coming back. Now, Azusa does have the option to play a bit more conservatively, right? He is trying to float in and get a hit basically every time he's off stage. You could see him feint that and then go back to ledge and stuff and keep himself in sort of a bad spot for longer, but not instantly die. Curious to see if that's the way he's going to go, if he's going to keep trying to play these aggressive mix-ups from a
in my eyes, I always kind of feel like it doesn't matter like which one you pick. Really the answer is like the way you have to win is to not let yourself get knocked off stage like this repeatedly. So it's like he was getting a lot of these reversals, but like the way you have to win is in other ways. You have to win on stage before you get knocked off stage. So it's like definitely he could be going to ledge to like make himself live a little bit longer, but it's like you're just gonna get ledge trapped then, and maybe you get a reversal from there a couple times, and then KoDoRiN adapts to that. So it's like really you want to start winning from center stage, which is like he was getting plenty of those. It's just that and the Ken combo does connect there.
So one good way to start winning is to, during the startup, pull a fucking stitch face and get 50% before the game even starts. That's fun and interactive. We love that.
Look at this corner pressure right now. Peach can't move forward at all. KoDoRiN is just watching her flail around in the corner. Oh my god. Finally finds an air. KoDoRiN, I think, accidentally down through there. Had to meant to forward throw. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, yeah, the pressure continues to be really good. You see Azusa continuing to go for these jabs, but KoDoRiN seems to have a big old read on it.
KoDoRiN is playing this so well now. He is perfectly spaced in the corner, not letting her out of the corner, not letting her up from the ledge, not letting her off or back onto stage when she's off stage. And this is kind of the name of the game for Marth. You're not looking for true combos. You're looking to keep her in a bad spot for as long as possible, and he's making it happen right now. So KoDoRiN seems to have made quite the adaptations.
Azusa goes for the down throw on the turnip, but actually like spikes it into the very edge of the stage, and gives KoDoRiN another chance to recover. KoDoRiN with good DI, but eventually he does die to that back air.
Stitch 2, baby.
I'm tilted.
A great equalizer in this matchup.
Yeah, and like oftentimes people talk about like, oh, like you're expected to get some stitch faces because you pull so many turnips in this matchup.
Yeah.
But KoDoRiN's been doing such a good job of keeping the pressure up so that Azusa can't find opportunities for that. Oh my god, he just goes off with a dare.
Brutal. This game right now is my third stitch. This game right now like feels so much in KoDoRiN's favor in terms of like the control he has, and it's on a much bigger stage, which normally is a harder stage to kind of like do this to Peach. Realistically, it actually kind of doesn't matter. Like Marth can do this on any stage, so he's kind of showing that. But like, man, this is looking rough. And yeah, I do think that like Azusa needs to find a way to pull more turnips. If that means that he needs to like threaten the space in front of him a little bit more. I don't think KoDoRiN is like leaving himself open to dash attacks very much, but I do think he could be doing like different walling aerials or something in order to establish that space. And then there's a sort of mix-ups, like is he going to aerial forward or is he going to pull a turnip? Or are you going to go to a platform and pull a turnip and stuff like that? Like there's probably more mix-ups to play, because like trying to win by just seeding that it's unsafe to pull turnips against Marth is really hard. Turnips really are very powerful, but this edge guard is really good, and the drift back on with the down air does get him. Really clean edge guard from Azusa to bring it back to a last stock situation.
Yeah, and after KoDoRiN just looked completely in control throughout this game, all of a sudden he's staring down the barrel of, last stock. He is up a ton of percent here, but he's quickly getting to
no
that
float,
percent
no
with things
jump.
awkward.
Grabs the ledge, yep. Burns all of Peach's resources, and then she actually is edge guardable. So yeah, that game, KoDoRiN kind of cashed in on the big lead that he had there because Azusa did seem to be mounting a bit of a comeback. I do think he's playing it in a way that just looks so hard. He was out playing KoDoRiN like pretty hard for those openings with like very clean wave dash forward air, very clean like jab grabs and stuff. But you're just competing with a character whose sword is longer than your entire body the entire time, and if you can't throw vegetables at that sword, it's difficult.
So how does he find more turnips though? I feel like KoDoRiN's making it so that he can't go for it.
Yeah, I think that's the entire map. Oh, wait. Let's look at the set guard first. Okay, yeah. Back to the ledge trapping scenario. And he actually converts into a Ken combo again. Jeez, brutal. But yeah, no, I do think that that's the entire matchup is how do I pull turnips. It's like it's you that can't be something you ever give up on. That has to be because there are certain spacings where you get pressured for pulling a turnip. Like you'll pull the turnip and then Marth gets there and you have to shield or you have to spot dodge or roll. But now you have a turnip, right? So most of the time it's not punishable on reaction unless Marth is chilling too close to you, and then you can fight him. So it's a little bit similar to how does Falco get lasers out? Well, he kind of establishes the space in front of him with down airs and stuff, and then you can get your lasers out. So.
All right, Azusa again completely out of resources here to make this comeback, but he is really high up. So
KoDoRiN is at 5% right now.
KoDoRiN doing a great job of making sure that Azusa can't parasol over him back to center stage.
Exactly. And this is perfect too. He quote-unquote drops the edge guard here, but where's Peach all the way in the corner on the ledge, gets up all the way in the corner, and then gets knocked right back off stage. And KoDoRiN with the clinical edge guarding right now. I always like to call it cover the greedy option. Don't let Peach back on stage. Force her that if you are going to survive, you're going to be on the ledge. And if you are going to come up, you're going to be in the corner. So KoDoRiN is just constantly keeping her in the worst spot possible.
Yeah, and I think that's the other thing to talk about. We've been talking about how does Azusa find more turnips, and I think a big part of it is he's in the corner all game. He has to find a way to avoid getting cornered immediately.
This game in particular, he's been off stage all game. There's just no way to pull a turnip when you've already been because Marth gets one opening and it can be a down throw, and now you're in the corner or off stage, right? It actually doesn't matter what Marth hits you with. Sometimes it's like right here, Azusa should be cornered off of this, right? And yeah, he had no choice but to tech left there. He teched in place and he died for it. So if he techs left, he's all the way in the corner again. So he's not out, right? So yeah, it's really tough for Peach right now when you're constantly fighting for the bad spot.
Geez, and look, now he's just locked in the corner again.
Yeah.
How's he supposed to get out of here?
Yep.
KoDoRiN knows
he had to win that first interaction. It's now it's too late. So if you're spending your match analysis watching this right here and you're how do I play this? The answer is that it's really, really, really hard. And 15 seconds ago you had to not